All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise unto Yahawah Shem Shai, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. We give double honors to the apostle elders, which are the apostle elders that rule the great millstone that have been set up through faith to help seal the elect that the Lord is bringing in. We're at the time of the end. We're at the time of great redemption, death, destruction, diligence. We're still in the year. All right. This sit down is going to be on joy, or serve serve with happiness, serve with joy, serve with gladness. Excuse me. And what am I talking about? Serving, of course, is serving Yahawah Shem Shai with gladness. Okay. And me and the brothers was talking, and this scripture came up, or a scripture came up, and it came to my mind that we get caught up in the flesh. The flesh, Satan knows different ways to affect us, and depression is one of those things. Okay, having your mind, going to different, like, being feeling down about things. So I just wanted to go into the purpose of serving the Lord with joy, man. We've been given an opportunity. We're not promised salvation, but the hope of salvation should be that much more. Because the people in the world are hopeless right now. They don't have no hope. They don't have nothing to look forward to. We have something to look forward to, and that's the hope of salvation. So the world weighs on us, jobs weigh on us, everything weighs on us at the time. But the main thing now I want to say is we've been given an opportunity that is beautiful, man. It's priceless. You can't buy it, and the faith that we've been given is a gift. So right now, you see this saying up here. It says, find joy in the ordinary. But I want to replace this ordinary with extraordinary. Find joy in the extraordinary, because the words of Yahawah Shem Shai are not ordinary, okay? They're out of this world. There's no words to put on it that we can describe it. It's extraordinary, okay? So I'm just gonna go through the scriptures and pull up some precepts and read some of these things to you, Akim, and Lord willing, this is edifying, okay? And that's why we give double honors to our apostles, and we say and say the Wadi Yahawah Shem Shai for the opportunity that we've been given, man. All right, and to have good teachers and have men that are teaching us the right way. So now the first scripture that motivated this lesson is the book of Jeremiah 23 and verse 33. Let's read it real quick. This is Jeremiah 23 and 33, and it says, and when this people or and when this people or the prophet or a priest shall ask thee, saying, what is the burden of the Lord? Thou shalt then say unto them, what burden? I will even forsake you, saith the Lord. So this is not supposed to be a burden unto us, okay? It's not a burden. That's why Yahweh said, my yoke is easy. Once you get yourself grounded, everything. Once you start out anything, if you ride a bike, when you ride a bike, you fall, you scrape your leg, you have to balance it. But once you get it, it's easy. You never forget it. So how much more the words and the ways of Yahawah Shem Shai. Of course, when you come in, you're going to be rough around the edges, just like a stone or a diamond. A diamond, when it's pulled out of the earth, it's rough. It doesn't look too appeasing to the eye. But all you got to do is you got to polish it away. Polish it. You work with that diamond, and then it becomes something that's beautiful. It catches the eye. It shines. So that's the same thing, man. When we come in this thing, we're rough around the edges. But when Yahawah Shem Shai puts that polishing stone, that polisher, which is getting us right and tighten us up, we become, to shine to shine and glorify Yahawah Shem Shai, man. We're gonna go through some things. We're gonna go through and we're gonna be hit. But the thing is, always keep pushing for that end goal, which is the glorification Yahawah Shem Shai, man. That's the main thing, man. Glorify him. Even in it says, though he slay me, I shall remain my trust in him. I'm paraphrasing. But let me go into some of these words real quick for you, Akim. The first word I wanted to go to, it says burden. Let's look at this word burden. All right, the word there is masa'ah, masa'ah, and it says, let me play this real quick.
Strong's H 4853. Massa, Massa.
Massa. And it also goes back to when we used to call him massa. Massa is a burden, man. I'm not saying that's it, but it sounds similar. It says load, bearing, tribute, burden, lifting, load, burden, lifting, uplifting, that to which the soul lifts itself up. Tribute, that which is carried or brought or borne. Utterance, oracle, burden, massa, burden. All right. So it's something that is carried. We're not supposed to. It says bear your cross, but Yahawah said his yoke is easy. It's tough at times, but when you break it down and seeing what you're about to receive for what you're doing, you're on the come up. Your payment for your job is way extravagant than what you're actually working. But it's hard work, man. Men, we read through the Bible, men have put their all into this thing, even unto death. You see what I'm saying? But it says what? Fear not man that can kill body, but fear the Most High that can kill body and soul and spirit. So that's what we dealing with, man. Though the men are glorified through that because their words have preceded them. Their memory is still live and in direct and live and in effect. Let me go back to the scripture. And it says, what is the burden of the Lord? Thou shalt say unto them, what burden? What load? This right here is what we're meant to do, man. All right. And it says, thou shalt say unto them, what burden? I will even forsake you, saith the Lord. So you ain't supposed to go and talk like, oh man, I'm in the truth. It's getting hard. Of course, demons gonna fuck with you, man. It's a process. We got to go through it. Yahawah went through it, man. Okay. But that's what this is more of a uplifting and exhortation to say, man, look, serve him with gladness, Akim. So this is the next scripture I want to pull up. This is the book of Psalms. This is Psalms 102. This is Psalms 100. Oh, Salakia. This is Psalms 100. I start at the top. And I mean, it's only five verses long. It's the Psalms 101. It says, a psalm of praise. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord. And what is that noise? That's this truth. Going out there and uplifting your voice, uplifting it when you at yourself, by yourself. Sometimes I get caught up in in praying to the Most High to do certain things, but then other times I'm like, glorify your name. And it says, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. See that? It says, serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. And what's this main song we're singing now is this truth. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we've been given. That's what we're serving the Lord in truth, man. We're going to him and we're pulling our all because we're singing the song that he gave us. Just like you have cover bands. You have bands that go out and they'll sing a famous rock and roll band. They'll sing their songs and they'll cover it real good. That's the same thing. We're playing a cover song. We're cover artists because this song has already been around. This song has already been written. All we're doing is we're reiterating it and we're singing it and we might put our little twist on it. But at the end of it, it's the same song. That's why it says can two walk together unless they be agreed. You're not a cover band if you change the lyrics of the song. You might be able to sing good, but if you change the lyrics of the song, you're not covering that song. Okay? And it says, serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Verse 3, know ye that the Lord is. It says, know ye that the Lord, he is Yahawah, a power. It is he that have made us. and not with our, it says, and not we ourselves, we are his people and the sheep of his pasture. And who is that? You Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name. So that cuts the guys. I ain't gonna go into it, but it cuts them guys saying you ain't supposed to praise the name. It just told you right there. Bless his name. Bow down to his name. Give reverence to his name. For the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting, and his truth enduring to all generations. So it's going to keep its name is going to be here, man. But the main thing it is in verse 2. It says serve the Lord with gladness. Happiness, man. It's not a burden what we're doing, man. It gets hard, it dwindles on you. But at the end of it, shake that shit off and say, man, the wadi Bashim Shai for allowing me to serve you, man. It's an honor and a pleasure. And the water, man. Let's jump into, I got a couple more precepts. This is Deuteronomy 12 and 11. This is Deuteronomy 12 and 11. It says, then there shall ye place, which says there, and then there shall be a place which the Lord your power shall choose to cause his name to dwell there. And what's his name dwelling at now, mainly in these last days, is the apostles and the men of Great Millstone. And the apostles and elders of the men of Great Millstone. That's where he chose his name to be. It wasn't us. He chose it to be there. That's why we're constantly pushing his name. And there shall be a place which the Lord your power shall choose to cause his name to dwell there. Thither shall ye bring all that I command you, your burnt offerings, and we are those burnt offerings, because Yahawah covered that. But it says in Romans 12 and 1, it says, what does it say? Present yourselves as a living sacrifice. And it says, choose to cause his name to dwell there. Neither shall ye bring, it says, thither shall ye bring all that I command you, your burnt offerings, your sacrifices, your tithes, and the heave offerings of your hand, and all your choice vows which ye vow unto the Lord. And ye shall rejoice before the Lord your power, ye and your sons and your daughters, and your manservants and your maidservants, and the Levites that are within your gate, and the Levites that are within your gates, for as much as he have no part nor inheritance with you. But the main point is, man, look, the Lord has chosen to put his name in the earth right now, and chosen men to push forth his name. So when the same thing, man, we're coming to a time where the Lord is going to exalt his name on the planet earth to a whole new level through the destruction, through the miracles that men are about to receive, through the words and the breakdowns that are coming out. That's what we're seeing now, man. Let me get this other precept. This is Psalms 67 and 4. This is Psalm 67 and 4, and it says, let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for thou shalt judge the people righteously and govern the nations upon earth. Salah. Because these other nations are going to get in order. Because if you see and this nation is not talking about Israel, it's talking about the other nations. All right, because the precept to that is Proverbs. Let me get it real quick. This is Proverbs 29 and 2. This is Proverbs 29 and 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So that's why when Esau's in rulership right now, the people are catching it. You know, they're going through it. Let me get this real quick. Another precept. This is Job 34 and 3. This is Job 34 and verse 30, Salakia.